Hey, yo, what's up to everybody out there? Welcome to another edition of the Roundtable Talk, and I am your host, C Money, and we are back here again. And in this episode, we are doing traveling with the Roundtable. We are doing several episodes today. We are here in Florida City at the 344th Street Park and Ride bus station. Now, as you know, this is the bus that I just got off of here, and I am heading over to jump on the 301 Dade Memorial Express because I am traveling to Key West. Now, a little bit of information. I'm going to miss the first bus because I just got off the bus. I started my commute at 1 o'clock, I'm sorry, and it is now about 4:50 if I'm not mistaken, and there goes my bus right there. I might have to take the next one because I'm kind of late, but I'm going to give you a little bit of background. With this, I always had a feeling of going to Key West, but I kind of thought that you had to, take about a few buses, go down, take a few buses and stuff like that. But to my understanding, you don't have to take a few buses. You take the 301 Dade Memorial Express. You get off in Marathon, which is a city in Monroe County, and then you jump on the Lower Keys shuttle, which is a bus. Now, altogether, I did calculate everything. I did do calculations. Oh, they load here. I thought they load you up I'm gonna take the next one because I thought they load you up over there because it says you get loaded up by the at City Hall, but apparently you can load up here. Now, these are not the buses that they normally will have. The buses that they normally had was owned by a company called America's Transportation. I don't know if they still own it or whatever, but it was a green and white bus, and it's kind of sort of similar to the Greyhound buses, the old Greyhound buses. So that's how they was doing it. I see the bus is getting crowded, so I'm gonna probably take the next one that's at 5:10 because there's one at 5 and there's another one at 5:10. But I'm gonna give you a little bit of background of this. America's Transportation is a chartered bus company, and during COVID in 2020, Miami-Dade Transit started using that company to service some of its routes, like the 95 Express, like the 150, which was the airport express route that transported people from the airport metro rail station, which I did a video a while back of, to Miami Beach for commuters who's taking the bus to get to the beach. They're travelers and visitors and stuff like that. And they also had they had this bus as well. And then when COVID started relaxing and everything started getting back to somewhat normal, they started getting their routes back, except for this one. This one is the only one that they did not, get back. This route is owned by Miami-Dade Transit, but they have a third party, which is supposedly America's Transportation, that does the route. This route is $265 because that's the express money, and it's $3 if you don't have the exact change, which I do. And I'm quite sure if you can use your bus card if you can. A lot of the people that take this bus, they take it because they work in the Keys and they live here in the Florida City Homestead area. Now, I started my commute about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I got here a little bit later than usual because I would have thought that I would have got here a little bit earlier and I would have did earlier video. But I'm going to give you my in-depth overall view of everything on the later episode, because I was supposed to have a little bit more time to actually do this video, and I was gonna do the video where I was gonna have a little bit more of a headway to where, hey, I can take a video and stuff like that. But I see now I'm not gonna have enough time to do an overall of the video. But I am gonna do an episode where I'm gonna give you an overall, my overall of this, because my next video, we're gonna take several videos. I'm gonna take another video when I get off the bus into Marathon, because it's gonna take me roughly 2 hours. I'll be getting to Marathon around after 7 in the morning, so it's a 2 hour bus ride to Marathon, and then I jump on the Lower Keys shuttle, which takes me from Marathon all the way to Key West. Now, if you ever want to take it, this is the cheapest way to do it. I saw a guy who did it online, and I saw a video on YouTube. If you ever take it, he did this, and it cost him $14, because it's about $2.65 or $3 if you don't have exact change to ride this bus into Marathon. And then the Lower Keys bus is $4 now, and then all in total it's it's about $14. If you take if you take Flix or Greyhound, it will cost you roughly anywhere from $25 to $40. I looked it up online. The guy said it would have cost him $40, and when I looked it up, it was $25 when I looked it up, and that's just a one-way. And mind you, you'll have to pay an additional $25 or additional $30 or whatever coming back. And they only have 3 buses out of Key West a day. So if you're doing a day trip, you will have to time it really. You have to time it to where you have to time when you are going to leave. I was thinking of about it. So this is the 344th Street Park and Ride Lot Station, and I did a video on this. If you go back to my videos of when I did a video in Florida City, this is it. We're gonna do an overall video in the future of everything, but I'm just giving you a little bit of headway. Okay, so it would have cost you anywhere between $25 to $40, and you will get there the same time you will get there as if you was taking the 301 bus and the Lower Keys shuttle, because it'll get you there roughly after 9, and it leaves at 5:30, the first bus. So we're roughly that. So now we're gonna go with that. So now we're doing this. So this is where you get, normally it tells you have to get on at City Hall, which is a couple of blocks down, and I did an episode about that, where you get on where City Hall is at, because I did a video of Florida City, but I guess you can get on here and it takes you all around, and then there's another stop over there where the old Long John Silver's is at. There's another stop there, and I haven't been to Key West since I was a little kid when my dad took me, and I don't remember any memories of it. So, and I always said that I always thought that there was, you had, to take 2 or 3 buses just to get into the Keys, because I thought you had to take this bus, the 301, get off at into Marathon, take another Marathon bus to get to another bus, to take a bus to get into the Keys. But no, the actual Key West Transit actually have a bus that goes all the way from Key West all the way. It takes you 2 hours to get from Florida City in Miami-Dade County to Marathon, and it takes you about an hour and a half or so, because when I reach Florida's Marathon, it would be 7 in the morning, around after 7 in the morning, and I will be getting into Marathon after 9. So it's roughly about a 4-hour commute, which is not bad, because on the 301 I'm going to basically sleep, because it's still dark and I know I'm going to basically sleep. The first bus is leaving. The next bus is going to be in roughly a couple of minutes. They're 10 minutes apart. Now there's 3 buses that goes into the Monroe County area. There's the Tavernier bus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. There is the Alamoelda, Alamoelda bus, and there's the Marathon bus. Now the Marathon bus is the main bus because that's the bus that goes the furthest and it drops you off at mile marker 50. See, there goes the other bus right there. So let me get on the bus. I'm gonna give you more in-depth of information on there later on down the line. This is the Roundtable Talk. I'm your host, C Money. Let me get on the bus and I'll see you in Marathon in a little bit. All right.